the decimals. The problem is with the decimals.
You know what he's saying, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, go.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But it says, so, but my point is, so do I. My problem is with the decimals in the wrong place.
Right, yeah.
I like to be in a different spot, but unfortunately it is where it is. Let's see. When I first went to YouTube, look, baseball cards,
Te piace más.
SCI would show up the most often. Yeah. So, because they get views, and the problem is when they get more views, it pushes it to the top of the
Yeah.
listing. So when you punch it in, you're right there at the top.
Yeah.
Here, we got a written question, just like Tinker's Versus Chance. Is there a hockey line that seemed to have a word flow like that for the NHL? They nicknamed a lot of lines, but they didn't really have a naming convention with the players themselves. Were the players like named into it, or was it mostly nicknames?
I think it was mostly brought on by the newspapers. And they would name like the bread and butter line. There you go, Boston. You know, they had nicknames.
The club line.
The crowd line. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying though. All the lines in NHL are nicknames. It's not based on their names. You know, like it's not like Tinker's Everest to Chance is literally the name.
Well, the crowd line, yes.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
You know, yeah, you know, depending on where they were born and stuff like that.
But then the guys were named Kraut.
No, right.
No, but some of them were crowds. But there you go.
Yeah, German ancestry.
Yes.
But that's the thing. The example he's giving here, that's literally the last names. There is no nickname. Tinker's Everest to Chance. That's the last name. I don't think in hockey I don't think it's nicknames.
Not
it's
lines, but yeah, nicknames is yeah. A lot of players with nicknames, but lines, no, very good.
Exactly. Yeah. The Denver reached a 9-figure liquor cabinet. That's good. Wilmington does have a pretty solid liquor cabinet behind them. So I've seen the videos. And I guess it's a percentage of people who got in the hobby for the first time during the pandemic versus return to the hobby. I think the prior is most of SCI's fault. I agree with that. I think percentage of people who got in the hobby for the first time. So the problem is you're saying first time, not return back. Because that discounts a lot of people who were in it maybe when they were kids, and then this was kind of their venture back in. First time ever, maybe the shoe flip kids come on. But it's not a high percentage. That'd be a pretty low percentage. They were visible, obviously.
I found myself in the hobby when I was 5 and 6 years old at the packs. I was just doing just until the hobby. So you start going to a show, so you start collecting things online and purchasing them. That's when it really becomes more of a hobby, opposed to just being random collecting when you're a kid.
I don't know, that'd be a tough one. Because like I said, if you are saying first time, being your specific saying first time, that's a really tough line. That actually brings the percentage way down. If you're saying people that ventured back in, and just had some exposure previously, that's a different discussion. So that's a little bit of the play on that.
Filmington, don't mix liquor cabinets and wax, because you drink a little too much, you might open.
I can be wrong about that. Yeah. So I hear from all the hobby gatekeepers, yes, all the time. Read Orlando, love card shop, and show videos, yes. All right, I'm only 10 minutes behind now, jeez. All right, equally if I find it crazy, put Nancy Kerrigan on the same obligatory deal version. Hey, that's Brian Gray for you. Moving on. I can come over to you, deliver tomorrow, there you go. I actually did apply for the deal was rejected. She told me it was first time investor, tell me to spend them in your cards. They would accept it. I had a guy who buy apartment buildings I lived in with PPP loans, and they have almost illegally evicted. Thanks to small town shenanigans. See? I happen to win. There you go, Tom.
I wish I was that smart.
There you go. I received a Christmas card from you guys, so quickly, I know you guys are talking back and forth. We'll skip through. As long as we're talking finance. Here's the best hack. Your kids. Hire your kids. No age restriction family business. And you can pay up to $12,500 per year. They get that income tax free. That is true.
Yep.
Again, that's a loophole, but it is legal. So that is a fact. That's true.
You don't take money from kids. Come on.
Well, that's the thing, though. You don't have to. You can actually give it to them, but then they get it free. You get to write it off. And actually, then they can put it into an account and save it and help build up some savings. Like, you can make it mutually beneficial.